Welcome to another exciting journey into the world of numismatics, where small change can reveal remarkable stories. Today, in our ongoing series on world numismatic finds and the top 5 rare coins, we turn our attention to the iconic UK 20p pieces of the late 1990s. From the 1997 coin in dirty condition to the 1995 example in fine condition, the 1999 piece showing rusty surfaces, the 1996 coin with faded detail, and the 1998 specimen in honest circulating condition, each tells a unique story of everyday life in Britain. Struck during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II by the Royal Mint, these modest yet distinctive 7-sided coins remain a fascinating part of modern British coinage history. Let's get started up the 1997 UK 20p coin. At first glance, especially in a dirty and well-circulated condition, it may appear ordinary. Perhaps it's been sitting in a jar for years, dulled by time, covered with grime from decades of transactions. Yet sometimes, the most unassuming coins carry stories, history, and surprising collector interest. Let's take a closer look at why the 1997 20p coin from the United Kingdom deserves your attention and how even a worn example can spark curiosity in today's market. The 1997 20p piece was issued during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, a period that holds enormous historical significance for British coinage. The portrait of Her Majesty on the obverse was designed by Raphael Maklauf, whose elegant depiction of the Queen graced UK coins from 1985 until 1997. That makes 1997 particularly interesting, as it was the final year this specific portrait was used before a new design was introduced. On the reverse, the crowned Tudor rose design by William Gardner gives the coin its distinctive identity. The Tudor rose is a powerful national symbol, representing unity and the long-standing heritage of England. Culturally, the 20p coin itself is iconic in British life. Introduced in 1982, it quickly became a staple denomination, convenient for everyday purchases and widely recognized for its unique 7-sided shape. The 1997 issue, although produced in large numbers, stands as part of the final chapter of an era in coin portraiture. For collectors who appreciate transitions and subtle changes in design, this adds an extra layer of appeal. It represents late 20th century Britain, a time of social change, economic development, and the final years before the turn of the millennium. From a technical standpoint, the 1997 UK 20p coin weighs 5.0 grams and is composed of copper nickel, giving it durability and a distinctive silver-colored appearance. Its equilateral curve heptagonal shape allows it to roll smoothly in vending machines while remaining easily distinguishable by touch. Even in dirty condition, the weight and structure remain the same, and careful cleaning by professionals, never harsh scrubbing at home, can sometimes reveal sharper details beneath the surface. Now let's address what many viewers are most curious about: rarity and value. In circulated and dirty condition, the 1997 20p coin is generally considered common. Millions were minted for everyday use, meaning it is not classified as a rare error coin or low mintage piece. However, condition plays a major role in value. A heavily worn and dirty example will usually trade close to face value in the United Kingdom. In international markets, particularly among novelty buyers in the United States, such a coin might sell for around $1 to $3 depending on presentation and buyer interest. That said, there are exaggerated claims circulating online suggesting values of thousands of dollars. Some listings have dramatically advertised the 1997 20p coin for $2,000, $5,000, or even $10,000, often based on misunderstanding or marketing hype rather than verified sales. While such figures, $2,000, $2,000, $5,000, $5,000, or $10,000, $10,000, make for attention-grabbing headlines, they are not reflective of typical market reality for a standard dirty circulated coin. It is important to separate genuine numismatic value from speculative or promotional pricing. Still, the excitement these claims generate highlights the ongoing fascination with British coinage. Where this coin truly shines is in its historical and sentimental appeal. For collectors building a date run of late 20th century British decimal coinage, the 1997 issue is an essential piece. Because it marks the final year of the Maklauf portrait, some enthusiasts specifically seek out examples from this year to complete portrait sets. Even in worn condition, it carries that significance. Demand remains steady among beginners entering the hobby, as 20p coins are affordable, recognizable, and easy to store. If you happen to own a dirty 1997 20p coin, The best approach is preservation rather than aggressive cleaning. Harsh polishing can damage the surface and reduce collector interest. Storing it in a simple coin holder or album protects it from further wear. If you believe your coin has unusual features, such as striking errors or off-center designs, it may be worth having it examined by a professional dealer or grading service. While most examples are common, rare mint errors can occasionally command stronger premiums. In a broader sense, the 1997 UK 20p coin reminds us that value is not always measured purely in money. It reflects British heritage, royal continuity, and everyday life in the late 1990s. It passed through countless hands, witnessed small purchases and daily routines, and now rests as a small piece of history. Even in dirty condition, it carries character and authenticity that polished modern coins sometimes lack. So before dismissing that worn 20p piece at the bottom of a drawer, take a second look. While it may not realistically be worth $10,000, it holds undeniable cultural worth and steady collector interest. Its connection to the final year of a classic royal portrait, its iconic Tudor rose design, and its place in Britain's decimal story ensure that it remains appreciated. In the world of coin collecting, enthusiasm and knowledge are just as valuable as rarity. Keep searching, keep learning, and you might just discover that history has been sitting quietly in your pocket all along. At number 2, the UK 20p coin from the year 1995, examined here in fine condition. At first glance it may appear to be an ordinary circulating coin, but as collectors know, even the most familiar pieces can carry historical weight, cultural meaning, and surprising market interest. The 1995 20p coin was issued by the Royal Mint during a period when Britain was well established in its decimal coinage system, which had been introduced in 1971. By the mid-1990s, the 20p denomination had become a staple of everyday transactions across the United Kingdom. The obverse of the 1995 coin features the portrait of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklauf, whose elegant effigy appeared on circulating coinage from 1985 to 1997. The reverse design shows a crowned Tudor rose, created by William Gardner, symbolizing England and representing strength, unity, and national heritage. The distinctive seven-sided curve heptagon shape of the 20p piece made it instantly recognizable both visually and by touch, enhancing its practicality in daily use. Culturally, the 1995 20p coin represents more than its face value. It reflects a period of relative economic stability in mid-1990s Britain, a time just before major political and constitutional changes at the end of the decade. Coins act as miniature historical documents, and this piece captures the enduring presence of Queen Elizabeth II during a significant era of modern British history. For many collectors, holding a coin from 1995 brings a sense of nostalgia, recalling a pre-digital age when cash transactions dominated everyday life. In terms of physical specifications, the 1995 UK 20p coin weighs approximately 5.0 grams and is struck in cupronickel, giving it a silver-colored appearance and solid durability. It measures 21.4 millimeters across its widest points and features a plain edge. Its unique curved heptagonal shape ensures that it rolls smoothly in coin mechanisms while remaining easily distinguishable from other denominations. Looking at rarity, the 1995 issue was produced in substantial numbers for circulation, as the denomination was in high demand at the time. However, coins surviving today in fine condition, meaning they show moderate circulation but retain clear detail in the portrait and reverse design, are increasingly being sought by collectors who aim to assemble complete date runs. Fine condition coins typically display visible smoothing on the high points of the Queen's portrait and slight wear on the Tudor rose, yet the legends and overall structure remain clear and attractive. Now let us address the question many viewers are most curious about: current market value. In ordinary fine circulated condition, the 1995 UK 20p coin generally trades for a modest premium above face value. In today's collector market, such a coin may typically sell for around $1 to $3 depending on eye appeal and demand. However, online listings sometimes create excitement by advertising similar coins for dramatic figures such as $2,000, $5,000, or even $10,000. These amounts, written numerically as $2,000, $5,000, or $10,000, are usually unrealistic asking prices rather than confirmed sale results. While exceptionally rare mint errors or uncirculated specimens can achieve significantly higher values, a standard 1995 coin in fine condition does not ordinarily command thousands. That said, collector interest in decimal coinage continues to grow, and demand for complete sets keeps steady upward pressure on well-preserved examples. The perception of high demand often stems from the strong global interest in British coins featuring Queen Elizabeth II. Her long reign makes her portrait coins widely collected across Europe, North America, and Asia. As older circulated coins gradually disappear from change due to loss, damage, or withdrawal, surviving examples become slightly more desirable. While the 1995 20 pence is not classed as a rare key date, it remains an important part of the decimal series and holds consistent collector appeal. For collectors considering adding this coin to their collection, careful inspection is essential. Look for even wear, clear lettering, and absence of heavy scratches or corrosion. Avoid cleaning the coin, as this can reduce its value significantly. Storing it in a protective holder or coin album will help preserve its surface and prevent further wear. Monitoring genuine completed sales rather than optimistic listings will provide a more accurate understanding of market trends. In conclusion, the UK 20 pence coin from 1995 in fine condition is a small yet meaningful piece of British monetary history. It carries cultural resonance through its Tudor rose design, historical significance through the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, and steady collector interest supported by the reputation of the Royal Mint. While sensational claims of values reaching thousands of dollars should be approached with caution, the coin remains a respected and desirable addition to any decimal collection. Sometimes the true treasure lies not in extraordinary rarity, but in the connection a coin creates with a particular moment in time. If you have a 1995 20 pence piece tucked away, take a closer look. You may be holding a modest but proud fragment of Britain's rich numismatic heritage. At number 3, the UK 20 pence coin from 1999. At first glance, especially in a rusty condition, it might seem like nothing more than worn spare change sitting at the bottom of a drawer. But as collectors and history enthusiasts know, even the most ordinary-looking coins can carry remarkable stories, cultural depth, and surprising market interest. Let's explore why the 1999 20 pence coin continues to attract attention and why even a weathered example can spark excitement among collectors. The 1999 20p coin was issued during the reign of Her late Majesty Elizabeth II. Her portrait appears on the obverse of the coin, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, showing a mature and dignified representation of the monarch. This portrait was introduced in 1998 and marked a new era in British coinage portraiture. The reverse design at the time featured a crowned Tudor rose, created by William Gardner, symbolizing England's rich royal heritage. The Tudor rose itself is a historic emblem dating back to the union of the houses of Lancaster and York, making it a deeply meaningful national symbol. The 20 pence coin holds a special place in modern British currency. Introduced in 1982, it quickly became a practical denomination in everyday transactions. By 1999, it was firmly embedded in daily life across the United Kingdom. This particular year sits at the edge of the millennium, a period filled with anticipation, technological change, and cultural shifts. Coins from this era quietly witnessed the approach of the year 2000, making them subtle time capsules of a transformative period in British history. In terms of physical characteristics, the 1999 20p coin is made from cupronickel, giving it a silver appearance when new. It weighs exactly 5.0 grams and measures 21.4 millimeters across. One of its most distinctive features is its heptagonal shape, meaning it has 7 sides. This unique design allows it to be easily recognized by touch, a practical feature that also adds to its character. Even when found in rusty or heavily oxidized condition, the unusual shape remains unmistakable. Now, when we speak of a rusty 20p coin, it's important to clarify that cupronickel does not rust in the traditional sense like iron. However, coins can develop corrosion, staining, discoloration, and surface damage due to moisture exposure, soil contact, or long circulation. A 1999 20p coin in rusty condition may show brown patches, dark toning, or pitted surfaces. While this reduces its numismatic grade, it also tells a story of real-world circulation, perhaps decades spent passing from hand to hand across the UK. From a rarity perspective, the 1999 20p was not minted in extremely low numbers. Millions were produced for circulation, meaning it is not rare in the strictest sense. However, collector demand does not always revolve solely around mintage figures. Condition, unusual errors, and the emotional connection to a particular year can all influence desirability. Coins tied to the late 1990s often attract collectors building millennium-themed collections or sets from the reign of Elizabeth II. In today's collector market, A standard 1999 20p coin in heavily circulated or rusty condition typically holds modest value. Realistically, such a coin may trade for around 30 cents to $1 USD, depending on demand and eye appeal. However, online marketplaces sometimes feature listings claiming dramatic values. You may see eye-catching titles suggesting that a 1999 20p coin is worth $2,500, $5,000, or even $10,000. In numeric terms, that would be 2,500 US dollars, 5,000 US dollars, or 10,000 US dollars. These listings often rely on hype rather than confirmed sales data. It is essential for collectors to separate genuine rarity from exaggerated claims. That said, high-grade or unusual error examples can indeed command significantly higher prices than face value, and collector enthusiasm continues to grow around modern British coinage. Culturally, the 20p coin represents accessibility and everyday British life. It has been used for bus fares, newspaper purchases, vending machines, and countless small transactions. The crowned Tudor rose on the reverse reinforces national identity, while the portrait of Elizabeth II reflects continuity and stability across decades. Holding a 1999 coin today connects you to a Britain on the brink of the digital age, before smartphones dominated daily routines and when physical currency played an even more central role in commerce. For collectors considering adding a 1999 20p to their collection, even in rusty condition, there are several positive aspects to keep in mind. First, it remains an affordable entry point into British numismatics. Second, coins in circulated condition can still complete date runs in albums. Third, unusual toning or environmental damage can sometimes create visually distinctive pieces that stand out from standard examples. While pristine uncirculated coins often command premiums, there is a growing appreciation for coins that show authentic circulation history. If you believe you may have a more unusual piece, examine it carefully. Look for striking errors, off-center designs, clipped planchets, or die variations. While most 1999 examples are standard issues, error coins from any year can generate considerable interest. Proper storage is also key. Even a rusty coin should be kept dry and protected from further corrosion. Avoid harsh cleaning, as this can permanently damage the surface and reduce collector appeal. The fascination surrounding coins like the 1999 20 pence reminds us that value is not always about precious metals or extreme rarity. Sometimes it lies in history, symbolism, and the stories embedded in everyday objects. Even a worn, tarnished, or rusty example carries more than just its face value. It carries memory, heritage, and the quiet mark of time. As interest in British decimal coinage continues to expand globally, collectors from the United States and beyond are increasingly exploring modern UK coins. Whether realistically valued at under $1 or optimistically listed for thousands, the 1999 20p remains a conversation starter. It proves that even small change can spark big curiosity. Thank you for watching, and remember to check your change carefully. You never know which ordinary coin might turn out to be an extraordinary piece of history waiting to be appreciated. At number 4, the 1996 UK 20 pence coin, especially one found in faded condition. At first glance, it may look like just another small silver-colored coin that has passed through countless hands, tills, and pockets. But when we take a closer look, we begin to see how even a worn and faded 20p from 1996 can carry historical depth, cultural pride, and, in certain cases, surprising market interest in today's collector's world. The 20 pence coin was first introduced in 1982, during the reign of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, as part of a modernization of Britain's decimal coinage system. By 1996, the coin was already well established in everyday circulation across the United Kingdom. The 1996 issue features the elegant third portrait of the Queen on the obverse, designed by Raphael Maklauf. This portrait shows the Queen wearing the George IV state diadem, a symbol of continuity and constitutional monarchy. On the reverse, the coin displays a crowned Tudor rose, designed by William Gardner, representing England's rich heritage and unity within the kingdom. Culturally, the 1996 20 pence coin stands as a small yet powerful reminder of Britain in the mid-1990s. It was a time of transition, optimism, and change, when traditional values blended with modern influences. Every faded coin from that year may have traveled through corner shops, railway stations, post offices, and market stalls. It may have been used for a newspaper, a bus fare contribution, or sweets from a local shop. That everyday circulation adds a human story to each piece. Collectors often appreciate not only pristine mint examples, but also coins that show signs of real history. A faded surface can sometimes enhance the narrative, as it reflects genuine use rather than storage. In terms of physical characteristics, the 1996 20p coin is made from copper nickel, giving it that distinctive silver appearance. It weighs exactly 5.0 grams and measures 21.4 millimeters across. The coin's unique seven-sided equilateral curve shape makes it instantly recognizable by touch alone. This design innovation was created to help visually impaired individuals distinguish it easily from other denominations, showing thoughtful British engineering in coin production. When discussing rarity, it is important to understand that millions of 20p coins were minted in 1996. Therefore, in standard circulated condition, it is not considered rare in the traditional sense. However, market interest can vary depending on condition, demand trends, and collector enthusiasm. A faded example typically falls into what collectors would call heavily circulated condition, meaning the details of the rose or the queen's portrait may appear softened or slightly worn. While this reduces numismatic grade, it does not eliminate interest entirely. In today's coin collecting market, an ordinary 1996 20p coin in faded circulated condition usually trades for a modest amount, often between $1 and $5 depending on buyer interest. However, there are moments in the online marketplace where excitement and speculation can drive asking prices dramatically higher. Some sellers have listed such coins for impressive figures like $1,200, $2,500, or even $5,000, which in numbers would be $1,200, $2,500 or $5,000. These eye-catching listings often attract attention and fuel the perception of hidden treasure. While actual completed sales at those levels are extremely uncommon, the high asking prices demonstrate the power of presentation, storytelling, and perceived rarity in the collectibles market. Demand can rise further if the coin shows unusual characteristics, such as striking errors, off-center designs, or rare die variations. Even a faded coin with a distinctive minting flaw can attract significant attention. Collectors are always on the lookout for something slightly different from the ordinary run of circulation pieces. The key factor is not just age, but uniqueness and condition combined with buyer demand. For collectors considering adding a 1996 20p coin to their collection, careful examination is essential. Look closely at the portrait detail, the clarity of the Tudor rose, and the edge shape. Even in faded condition, originality is valuable. Avoid cleaning the coin, as cleaning can reduce its authenticity and lower its appeal to serious buyers. Storing the coin in a protective holder can help preserve its remaining detail and prevent further wear. There is something undeniably charming about holding a coin that has circulated for nearly 3 decades. The faded tone, the softened features, and the slight surface marks all contribute to its journey through time. While it may not always command thousands in confirmed market sales, the enthusiasm surrounding certain listings shows how even common coins can capture the imagination. In the world of collecting, perception, presentation, and timing often influence price as much as rarity itself. In conclusion, the 1996 UK 20p coin in faded condition is more than just small change. It represents a snapshot of Britain during the mid-1990s, carries the dignified image of Queen Elizabeth II, and showcases thoughtful design through its distinctive shape and Tudor rose emblem. Though its standard market value in dollars may generally remain modest, the possibility of higher speculative listings keeps excitement alive among collectors. Sometimes, the true value of a coin lies not only in its price, but in the story it carries and the curiosity it inspires. If you happen to find a faded 1996 20p tucked away in a drawer or old purse, take a closer look. You might just be holding a small but meaningful piece of British history. At number 5, the 1998 UK 20p coin. At first glance, it may seem like an ordinary coin that has passed through countless hands in shops, markets, and cafes across the country. Yet, as with many coins that quietly circulate in our pockets, there is far more to this small heptagonal piece than meets the eye. For collectors and enthusiasts alike, the 1998 20p has become a talking point, especially when found in well-preserved circulating condition. The 20p coin itself was first introduced in 1982, during the reign of Elizabeth II, as part of the United Kingdom's evolving decimal coinage system. By 1998, Britain was experiencing a period of change and modernization, yet the coinage remained a proud reflection of national identity. The 1998 issue carries the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This portrait, introduced in 1998, marked the fourth definitive effigy of Her Majesty to appear on UK coinage and signaled a new era in the visual presentation of the monarchy on currency. On the reverse side, the coin features part of the royal shield design created by Matthew Dent, although it is important to note that in 1998 the reverse still displayed the Tudor rose crown, which had been a long-standing symbol on the 20 pence prior to the shield redesign introduced later in 2008. The crowned Tudor rose beautifully represents England and is a powerful reminder of the nation's long and complex history. This symbolism adds cultural depth to what many might otherwise dismiss as simple loose change. In terms of physical characteristics, the 1998 20p coin weighs precisely 5.0 grams and is struck in cupronickel, giving it that distinctive silver-colored appearance and durability. Its unique seven-sided shape, known as an equilateral curve heptagon, ensures it is easily recognizable by touch as well as sight. The diameter measures 21.4 millimeters, and its milled edge enhances both security and design appeal. These specifications make it not only practical for everyday transactions but also attractive to collectors who appreciate precision minting. When discussing rarity, the 1998 20 pence is particularly interesting. Millions were struck for circulation by the Royal Mint, ensuring that it became a familiar sight in purses and tills across the country. However, what drives demand today is not merely mintage numbers but condition and specific varieties. Coins found in higher grades, with sharp details, minimal wear and original luster, are far more desirable than heavily worn examples. Even in circulating condition, a well-preserved 1998 piece can generate strong interest, especially among those completing date runs of modern decimal coinage. Culturally, the coin represents a snapshot of late 1990s Britain. It circulated during a time of economic optimism and social transformation. For many people, it brings back memories of small purchases, bus fares, and everyday life before the widespread adoption of contactless payments. Collectors often value such coins not purely for metallic worth, but for the nostalgia and historical context they carry. Currency is, after all, a silent witness to national history. Now let us address the topic that excites many viewers: market value. In standard circulated condition, a typical 1998 UK 20 pence coin is generally worth more or less its face value in Britain. When converted into US dollars, 20 pence equates to roughly $0.25 to $0.30 depending on exchange rates. However, collector markets can sometimes create remarkable stories. Online listings have occasionally advertised certain 1998 20 pence coins for eye-catching figures, sometimes claiming values of $2,000, $2,000, or even $5,000, $5,000. These inflated prices are usually linked to misunderstanding, speculative listings, or extremely rare minting anomalies rather than standard circulating pieces. Nevertheless, the buzz surrounding such claims has undeniably increased interest and demand. In reality, a genuine 1998 20 pence coin in attractive circulated condition might achieve a modest premium, perhaps a few dollars above face value if particularly sharp. Exceptionally preserved examples, especially those graded highly by professional services, could command stronger prices, but four-figure sums are extraordinarily rare and would require exceptional circumstances such as a significant mint error. Still, the excitement generated by these high asking prices has encouraged many people to check their change more carefully. For collectors, the key is knowledge and patience. Examine the coin's surface for clear detail in the Queen's portrait and the crowned Tudor rose. Look for strong rims, minimal scratches, and consistent color. Avoid harsh cleaning, as this can significantly reduce desirability and value. Storing the coin in a protective holder will help preserve its condition over time. Building a complete decimal date collection, including the 1998 issue, can be both satisfying and potentially rewarding as interest in modern British coinage continues to grow. In conclusion, the 1998 UK 20 pence coin may appear ordinary, yet it carries historical significance, thoughtful design, and enduring cultural symbolism. Weighing 5 grams and struck with precision by the Royal Mint, it stands as a testament to Britain's craftsmanship in coin production. While most examples remain modest in value, the strong demand for well-kept pieces and the excitement around rare varieties keep this coin firmly in the spotlight. It serves as a reminder that sometimes the most familiar objects in our pockets can hold unexpected stories and, on rare occasions, surprising worth. So next time you receive change, take a moment to look closely. you may just be holding a small piece of modern British history.